Video professionals, if you are a video strategist, videographer, or you own a content marketing business, then this is for you, because today I want to talk to you guys here on a Saturday afternoon about what it takes to grow your team and grow yourself as a leader. If you are still doing all the work yourself, all the scripting, filming, editing, posting, then you're only going to be able to get so far when it comes to scaling your business and increasing your revenue. At some point, you're going to have to delegate certain tasks, and ideally, you're going to delegate the tasks that are the lowest leverage for you, the least cost effective. Okay, so I'm going to share with you a couple things that I would suggest when it comes to delegating in your video business. The first one being the editing. If you are still editing your own videos, then that is by far the first thing you should consider delegating. However, here's the problem that I see. A lot of video professionals get into hiring their first team members, and they just assume that that team member is going to be perfect right off the bat. They're just going to be able to read your mind, edit just as good as you, even better than you from the first take. And if they don't edit as good as you, or they have multiple revisions, then you get discouraged, you get disappointed, and you feel like you should just do it yourself. However, if you just continue believing that you're the only one who can edit that way, then you're gonna get stuck and you're never gonna be able to actually overcome that specific challenge in your business, which means you probably won't scale past $10,000 months. So if you're serious about hitting those $10,000 months and beyond, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, then it's extremely important that you learn how to delegate. And delegating is important because you only have so much time in your day, right? So if you're already running your business, you're taking sales calls, generating leads, filming with clients, you're not gonna have as much time to actually edit the content. And another reason you should consider delegating the editing is your client doesn't see you edit. It's by far the most time consuming and least appreciated role in the entire video business when it comes to the client, because they don't see you editing. They just see you filming 2 hours, 3 hours, one full day, and they don't see the 20, 30, 40 hours of editing that goes behind it. So if you are considering hiring your first editor, I would definitely suggest to hire in the Philippines. You can go to onlinejobs.ph and make a job post there. And that's going to help you to be able to find some decent talent. Now, here's the thing, and it's very important that I want to emphasize this. You are never going to find the perfect editor. You're never going to find the perfect team member that just gets it. You should be looking for someone that has potential, that shares the same values and core belief systems you have, like being a hardworking individual, being humble, being open to learning, being patient, right? Going above and beyond, being a team player. And from there, you want to be able to help them level up their editing skills. And you can do that by delegating videos for them to watch. You can have them watch a certain course, and that's going to help them speed up their process, as well as doing one-on-one training with them. Okay, now here's the most important thing, guys. When you do decide to hire that editor or the appointment setter or social media manager to help you out to free up your time, it's extremely important that you keep these two things in mind. And these are by far the two biggest mistakes that I see video professionals make. And it's a dichotomy, all right? Which means they either are too hardworking and deadlines and pressure, and this needs to be done at this exact time, and they always end up being disappointed, or they end up being too lenient, okay? Too much patience, too fun to be with, the fun boss, but then nothing gets done. Okay, so you shouldn't lean one way or the other. You should meet somewhere in between. And here is the formula I want to offer you today here on a nice Saturday afternoon as I'm hitting a workout in the gym, is to remember that when you lead your team and when you lead anyone in your life, you want to lead with patience and grace, as well as deadlines and accountability. Okay, you need to have a combination of both, because if you have too much patience and grace without deadlines and accountability, then you're gonna get walked over and people aren't gonna actually listen to the task you're assigning them. But if you have too much deadlines and accountability without that patience and grace, then no one's gonna wanna work with you. No one's gonna wanna actually be part of your team, and you're always gonna be disappointed because no one's gonna be good enough for you. So I just wanna share this quick mind shift for you to consider. okay, that you want to have a combination of patience and grace with accountability and deadlines. When you delegate things to your team, do it in a nice, kind way, and also set those deadlines and accountability so you can actually ensure that the work is getting done. All right, so that's what I want to offer you guys here on this Saturday afternoon. I'm in the middle of my workout, and I'm just so grateful for the life that we live. I pray that God continues to bless every single one of you watching this video. I pray that you trust in His plan ultimately, that you seek His guidance, and that you find tools and resources like this to be able to learn how to improve and overcome those certain challenges in your business. Now, if you're someone who's been thinking about hiring an editor, but you just don't know exactly how to set up that foundation, what's the right way to find them and hire them and onboard them and train them, then I'm taking on 3 people this month, okay? It's very limited quantity, very limited spots, where I will personally help you hire that editor, onboard them, and train them so that you can have an A player in as little as 2 to 4 weeks, fully onboarded in your team. Normally this process takes months, but we've been able to do this with dozens of video professionals over the past few weeks, and I feel very confident that I'd be able to help you out as well. So I'm only taking 3 new people this month. If it's something that you're open to and you know that you just don't have the time to go through that process yourself, but you need someone immediately, then go ahead and just send me a message. Say, hey Jay, I saw your video. You can message me on Facebook and let me know that you need help with an editor, and I'll send you all the details on how I can help you do that. All right, guys, so I just want to remind every single one of you, stay on your grind, okay? Don't get off the pedal. Keep that foot on the pedal. And also be kind and gracious to yourself and your team members. The more grace we offer each other, the more grace we'll receive. And the more accountable we hold ourselves, the easier it is to hold other people accountable. So that's my message for today. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you guys later. God bless.